Boys, we're back in Canada and it feels so good to rip this guy around, man. I am having so much fun driving around the Jaguar again. We're living in a friend's place here for a few months before we get settled somewhere else. We're just started a productive grind here now, guys. I know I talk a lot about doing one focus at any given time, and the focus for the past 6 months was traveling around, exploring, everything like that. Now what we're gonna do is we're really hitting the YouTube scene hard here. Thus, this video, I'm gonna teach you guys a lot of gems. This is similar logic to how I've been trading lately, and I've been developing while I've been traveling around. I recently posted something here. I'll put up something that's basically what I post on Instagram here for my friends and everything. And I'm challenging people. I'm saying, hey, post some sort of challenge you've been wanting to do, and I'm going to match you, like some sort of fitness challenge or educational challenge, something like that. If you guys have any suggestions, throw them in the comment section below. What have you been wanting to do? A challenge for personal growth, and I will maybe match you on that too, because I'm on a binge here, guys, and we're gonna get a lot of shit done over the next few months. Let's dive into a strategy and check out the new place. See you guys. Ooh, all right, so we're on some strategy here. Still shirtless. I don't wear clothes at home, boys. Take a look. There you go. But what we're doing here on we're mostly trading more on the NASDAQ. We're trading on the Bitcoin, and then we've also been doing the EU and GU that we used to do, and those are still going to be staying kind of the same. We're trying to take more of a on the EU and GU trades. We're taking more of a wait for the sweep and then follow back into the trend based thing. As always, what we want to be doing in our strategies is we want to be developing the higher time frame bias first of all. So hopefully you guys can kind of see the chart here fine. I do have the 4 screens now. It is helping me because I do watch a lot more stuff now, and we generally want to be following that higher time frame bias. Now the thing that we really want to do is I do have a video series called price action based trend trading, and this is quite similar to that. And you guys will notice there's a certain indicator on here. We're not always following these lines, but it's really good to draw the levels, and it's really good for drawing the trends. And I will reveal what this indicator is. It's still in the works, it's still being developed, but once it's done, I will give my buddy a message, and he will give me a link that I can share with you guys. So whenever he's done with it, I know you're watching there, send me a message when we're ready, and we'll release it to everyone so that they can get in on it. It's cheap, but it's not free, just so you guys know. And I'm testing it out, and it really does help kind of the way that we're trading here in terms of trend-based trading. It's a good combo to combo in with liquidity and everything like that. So generally, guys, let's dive right into it. Sorry for taking so long. Is we want to develop this longer time frame, higher time frame bias here, and we can see that we are coming back down here, and we are breaking the structure over and over onto the downside here. So what I would say is, since we are breaking these levels, right, here's kind of a low. You could also use the candle body, whatever you choose there for your trend. Your trend following guide there, right? So we're going to just use the body here, and we are in kind of a downtrend on that higher time frame. Despite having this very massive move, you may say, hey, there's an uptrend here, and we're probably going to go up, but it is actually an uptrend on a higher time frame. So let's jump this one, the daily, and you can say, okay, shit, well, that's that major move. So we're in an uptrend on the daily because we are breaking these legs right here, these levels right here, right? We broke that one there, and now we're in the uptrend there. Kind of swept these levels, but not important. So what's actually happening here is, just because there's an impulsive move doesn't mean that we're in a uptrend. What we're actually seeing is we're in a downtrend on this level here. So we're going to be looking for areas that we'd want to get in on shorts. Now, obviously, we want to look for untested zones. Untested meaning places where the levels have not, or the levels have not been retested after they've broken down. So if you're looking at these higher time frame here, generally what we can do is we can say, hey, this is a very obvious level right here, right? That we broke down from, we closed beyond, and then we came back and retested right here on this candle right there, right? So now we're retesting it again, so it's not really interesting to us anymore, but that is something that we can check out, right? So let's look at what that looked like for an example. So what happened here, right? So we are in the downtrend since we were breaking that, and then we broke again, and now we came back up here, and that is that wick there. So once we came back up here, we entered into a long trend here, and what we want to do is, as we're entering back into the zone, we want to say, hey, let's wait for the reversal. And this is one example of how this trend trading strategy can be used. I'm using it slightly different way as well, but this video, we're just going to dive in. Make sure you hit the subscribe, because I will release some more info of how we might want to be trend trading in the future. So all we can do is we can say, hey, look, we had the consolidation here, we had the little sweep around, and then we had the reversal. So all I'm telling you guys right now is a reversal, and then there's going to be a retest. So every single time what we do is we create consolidation, we hunt liquidity, and then we reverse, and that's how things are going to reverse. And once again, guys, I'm not going to break this down into massive detail. There will be no strategy I give you guys where I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm doing, because that would ruin kind of the things I've talked about with other people, and my own trading method in itself. I don't want things to be fully leaked without the permission of people who have helped me in the past, and because I don't want to ruin it myself either. So we can say, hey, look, there's this area that after we've broken out from it, we've now switched our trend to the downside, and we've come back to retest it. And if you missed this retest, maybe you would have gotten this one because you would have gotten there, right? So now we enter back into that downtrend, and we take this short, entering off this zone, right? And then we look to get out as it's coming back down to these levels. So if we're looking down here, you can say, hey, where's an obvious level? Well, clearly this zone, I'm going to just draw it kind of loosely here. Somewhere in that zone is obvious, right? You could have looked at this too, but then we can also look at the higher time frame. So what happened on the higher time frame here? Well, obviously, we had a close here below, and we had a close here below. These were the two major candles. So what's probably going to happen is, let's say we just draw one of these hidden demand zones right there, right? And look at that. Look how well that lines up with that purple zone. We go right into that purple zone, right? On the higher time frame. So we're targeting the higher time frame. So we're using the higher time frame to find our levels, and then we're using the lower time frame to enter the trends, right? And you can really trade this way, guys. This is a good way that you're going to make really accurate trades. Maybe we want to check out another example here. Let's look at NASDAQ really quick here. Let's look here. Let's just kind of look, again, a downtrend type scenario, right? So we reversed our trend here. We were coming up. We closed some really strong bearish moves there, right? And then we come back to retest this sort of resistance, right? I drew it in blue this time, I suppose. So let's see how that works there. So let's look. Just a random chart there, right? So we see that we are, in fact, if you guys don't know exactly how we trend trading, we want to check out that video series I made long time ago, years back, on how to trade trends with price action. So we had a couple moves up here, pull back there, and then right there is our peak. And then we made a reversal, and you had a couple opportunities to enter in on this, on that reversal after we touched that blue. And what we're going to do is, again, let's look. Okay, higher time frame. Where's a target on the higher time frame? Let's draw it in purple this time. Well, we have this hidden demand here, right? Just going to draw that out right there. You can see hidden demand. And look, where do we target? Boom, we hit it. Perfect. So 100% win rate right there. Super accurate, guys. Good luck. That's all I want to say. Peace.